day 3 of our adventures in Morocco, Marrakech. And today we have taken our breakfast early. It is currently 8 a.m. and we are awaiting our tour for Essaouira. So we're going to go on this tour for a day. So it's a day trip. So we could go visit the seaside town. Looking forward to do it. And apparently the weather is supposed to be a little bit less hot over there. So looking forward for all of that. We'll try and show you a little bit of Essaouira and give you tips and tricks like we do. See you then. All right, you guys. Whoa, this is bright this way. Okay, I might turn around this way. So we are now about halfway, no, a bit more than halfway between Essaouira and Marrakech. We have left, well actually what happened was we left on Moroccan time. So what we've learned is Moroccan time, it's called, how did they say it again in Arab? It's
God's time. God's
time, yes. And there's a way to say it in Moroccan, in Arabic. So yeah, so we've left on their time, so which means usually 20 to an hour late to what the time actually says. I think it was about 8:40 when he came to pick us up. It was 8:30 when the hotel, our place, not a hotel, the Riyadh called with the actual phone, because we tried to call them on WhatsApp and it didn't seem to work at all. They were not picking up. So yeah, a little bit, a tip I would give would be to get somebody to call them with the actual phone number, the landline, so they're easier to join, just to confirm that they haven't forgotten about you. And then after that it was fine. They picked us up. We're in a sort of like mini bus. There's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us maybe?
No, 15 to 20.
No, I don't think there's 15 to 20 of us. I'll count again. But yeah, there's about like maybe 12 of us in the minibus, and it's quite comfortable. Some reviews said that those minibuses didn't have AC, and honestly this one has like a little bit of AC. It's nice because it refreshes the air. So yeah, our tour guide is very friendly. He speaks French, a little bit of English as well, and he's just, yeah, pretty sound, so that's nice. There's some over there. There's some there. All right, you guys, so we have just stopped now at an argan oil factory, I would call it. A little bit small factory, like a handmade artisan factory, yeah. Before that, you probably saw there was the goats in the trees. So there's mixed opinions about that, because the goats used to climb in the trees naturally. The story goes that the argan fruit in the trees, the goats used to go and get by themselves and climb in the trees. A few tourists spotted that back, I think it was in the early 2000s, and then before the pandemic hit, it became a thing for the farmers to put the goats up in the trees themselves and get the tourists to pay just like a tip for them to take a picture of the goats in the trees. And when the pandemic happened, a lot of farmers lost their goats, and now they're trying to do that again. So that's why you see it's the farmers that put up the goats in the trees, but it's not as popular as what it used to be. And there's a lot of people that have complained that it's very inhuman to put the goats up in the trees, which we do agree with. We have to say it's a bit inhuman. The goats are stuck there, they can't come down, and if they do come down, the farmers will put them back up, so there's no point in them coming down. They understand that, apparently. It's what I've read on the articles, and well, it's just, yeah, it's just what it is, really. So we took quick pictures, but we weren't we didn't tip the people. We don't want to encourage that, so unfortunately we didn't tip the farmers who did that. So
the second, we break the nut to get almond inside. Shares for to light fire of decoration. And this one you can extract 2 types of argan oil, edible oil and cosmetic oil. Okay, the difference between them is about 2 hours. Then squeeze it well by hand for separate oil garnish. And this one is the rest, you can make the rest or for animals, especially cows. And cosmetic oil.
You go, Carl. You do the women's work.
Oh, we just arrived into Essaouira.
Essaouira.
And
Essaouira.
we're just walking along the port here now. Essaouira is kind of a 50-50 fishing village / tourism. So yeah, it seems to be a fairly famous fort or castle just built on the edge of the pier here. And then you have the fishing boats just to our left as well.
Where you can buy fresh fish.
Essaouira is very famous for its sardines, apparently, so
yes,
we must get ourselves a plate of sardines and try them out.
Yeah. Woo!
That's impressive.
That is really nice. Oh, they're doing a pyramid, are they? His head must hurt. Whoa! Ooh. Khan, what is it that we ordered?
We ordered sardines with fries. And the sardines in Essaouira are apparently world famous, so looking forward to it.
Yum yum. Give us a smile. It smells like grillades, doesn't it? It smells pretty good.
I just have to think about
Santé.
onto the Essaouira wall that defended the city against attackers.
And what's famous on the wall?
The cannons.
The cannons.
They used to defend the city.
Cool. It's really nice, isn't it? It's really cool with the wall behind you like this. Aren't you just a cool kid, eh?
Pretty cool.
We are now back in Marrakech. We're now back in our riad where we're staying tonight. We just came back from Essaouira. It was a lovely day. We spent the day walking around, visiting the Medina, and then we had the sardines. It's apparently something that you have to have when you go to Essaouira. So we were recommended that by somebody, so we absolutely made sure that we had the sardines, and we wandered around the town and did some shopping for the eyes. Actually, Colin was looking for a few things, but we just kind of ran out of time and we wanted to do other things, and we walked on the rampart wall, and then that was it. We had to go back. It's a very quiet little town. There's not overly so many things to be doing over there, but it's nice to just take a break from like the busyness of Marrakech and just being able to enjoy that time there. So that's what we did, and now we're back. We're gonna go to the pool, which is why I'm in my swimsuit, because it's really hot right now, and Marrakech is warmer than Essaouira, so we're just gonna enjoy the pool while we can. And yeah, tomorrow we'll have to check out of this place. We're going to another place which is a bit outside of the city, so tonight we just had a little bit of street food before we came to the riad, because it's our last night-ish in the city, so we enjoyed that. So yeah, that's it for tonight, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 4 in Marrakech. There's a scooter coming. Hold on a second. So this morning we are changing riad, so we're changing homestay. Last night we actually had to change room because when we wanted to book the first riad, there was not 3 rooms available, well, 3 nights available in the same room, so we had to do 2 bookings if we wanted to stay in the same place, which we are happy to do because they held on to our bags while we were gone in Essaouira, so it was not a big deal for us. But then this morning we've just checked out now. They're holding our bags, and then we will be heading towards our new riad this afternoon. Now this morning we're going to Les Jardins
Majorelles.
Les Jardins Majorelles. And we are probably gonna cab there, so we're gonna have to do some hustling for our cab. And then that'll be that. We'll show you some of the jardins. And then we're probably, if we have time, gonna go and shop for some spices, because we've had our eyes on a spice shop that we want to buy some spices from. So yeah, that's gonna be today for us. Looking at the map, Colin? Alright, you guys, we have made it in the Jardins Majorelles. Finally in. It's a tourist central here.
Yep. We came to see Mr. Stylish.
Mr. Stylish, aka Yves St-Laurent. So this is the Jardins Majorelles Yves St-Laurent. So it is pretty busy in here, not gonna lie to you. Go on, Carl. Top tip?
Top tip, come at 8 a.m. when it opens.
Yeah,
You
why?
don't want to stand in a queue, otherwise book online and you get to skip the big queue.
Big palm trees. What did you say, Carl?
St-Laurent has passed away.
Oh. Where do you see him? Oh, geez. Yeah, look at that. Some big fishies.
Biggest goldfish I've ever seen.
It clearly says here, please do not feed the fish. Because have you seen the size of them already? Do you want a fancy picture? I think you should take a fancy picture. Mr. Stylish! What are we looking at here? So here we have the memorial. Do you want to go take a picture about the memorial of Yves Saint-Laurent? Alright, Carl, so do you have any other tips to give?
For Yves Saint-Laurent's,
For the Yves Saint-Laurent gardens.
yeah, just come early.
Come early
And,
before the sun is too hot.
Get all your fashionista clothes out.
Get all your stylish clothes out because it is...
Book your professional photographer early because they sell out quickly. I'm lucky that I married mine, so it's good.
But yeah, honestly, like Colin said, come early. The sun is really hot today. It's a high of 39 degrees. We're not kidding. 39. It's really hot. And standing in the sun, lining up for the tickets, it seems longer than what it actually is just because of the sun. So if you can pre-book your ticket, like Colin said, once you're in, it's nice and cool because the ground is all like tiles or like some really nice material and it's all in the shade. The trees are very high, so it's covering us from the heat, so it's nice and cool. So it's worth it coming in just for the coolness of the gardens. It's nice too. It's beautiful garden.
And come to Yves Memorial where you can sit on a nice marble table, which is really cool.
Nice marble bench. Yeah.
It's relaxed.
Oh, look at this cactus. Turn around, Coco. Do a fashionista pose. Thank you. Quite nice.
Go to show and saying all about fashion. I don't even know who this Yves Saint-Laurent is.
So, oh yeah. Do you want to tell us a bit about what you read, Carl? About the story of this? Do you want to?
Well, like Yves Saint-Laurent falling in love with Morocco?
No,
Marrakech?
it wasn't Yves Saint-Laurent. It was Monsieur Majorelle. It was a Monsieur Majorelle. I can't remember his first name.
So you tell the story.
Okay. So the story goes of this this gardens here, the Jardins, is Monsieur Majorelle was I think he was French. He fell in love with Morocco, and that was back in the early 1900s. And when he died, this garden kind of just fell apart, and there was no one to take care of it. And that's when Yves Saint-Laurent and Pierre, somebody, I'm gonna write it down, they found this place and they saved it from the real estates. So they bought it and they created this non-profit organization that just has so it helps culture and it helps like all sorts of cultural and art business in the area. So your ticket, when you purchase it, it just goes to either art schools for funding kids to learn arts, or like for buying like materials and things like that, and to refurnish this garden, so to reinvest into the plants and taking care of it. It's very well maintained. You can see like people around taking very good care of it, so it's nice. Fashionista plants.
Get a fashionista photo there.
You want a fashionista photo in there? You should hug the plant like the lady was doing. Let's get in the shade.
Hello.
Walking on the Fashionista bridge. Are we? Nice. So we have now left Marrakech, you guys, and this is where we are going to be staying for the next 3 days. So comment below if you have an idea of where we are going. It's going to be in the next video.